Welcome to Wrong Time Watch. My name is Kevin, and today we're looking at the Glycine Airman and the Glycine Airman. So I have both these out for recent videos. I figured I would do a quick comparison here. The one on the left, the all black case, is the GL0069, and the one on the right is the GL0055. As you can probably tell, the watch on the right is a bit larger than the watch on the left, but also the all black case and the white dial of this one makes the size look even larger of a difference, even more of a difference, I should say. So Glycine, I would say the Airman is their iconic watch, kind of what they're known for. The original Glycine Airman came out in 1953, been used by pilots all over the world, and has quite a good history with the brand. So let's just talk about the dimensions real quick. The one on the left is lug to lug is 52.5 versus 54.5 for the stainless, all stainless colored watch. Well, it is stainless steel watch. Case diameter, well, let's go over thickness. Thickness on both of these is the same at 12.5. There we go. The diameter, this one on the left is 41.5 versus 44 for this beast here. I think this one is actually referred to as the Airman 44. And this one they have at 42 millimeter on their website. And right now I cannot find either of these for sale, but from what I can tell, I think the asking price is $750 or the MSRP. They're kind of doing the Invicta pricing where the MSRP for this one I think is like $2,500 or some crazy high amount, which they don't actually sell for. So take a look at the case back. Well, let me take the strap off of this one here. They both have the same movement, the GL293, which is either an ETA or a Salida movement. I'm not sure why they changed the name of the movement. I think because of the custom rotor. I don't know what else they do other than the rotor on these. So, quick look at this one here. And then this one here has the same movement, just not quite as easy to see because of the blackened case back here. I would have preferred just a clear case back, but this is fine. Don't look at the back of the watch too much. Kind of cool to show off to your friends, family, whatever. Or they may not care. They're probably not watch people like us, but whatever. It's fun to show to people and get them involved in the hobby. Both have 22 millimeter lug width. And the crown size, this thing is comical. With this 8.5 crown versus a little more standard size 6.5. I have no idea why the crown is this big on this watch here. But they both have the cross hatch for the main crown, the time setting and everything, and then the secondary crown is basically, it's just a bezel lock. I'll show you here how that works. So you unscrew this, lefty loosey, just like everything else. This little piece of metal is then allowed to come off the bezel. You can see some teeth on there. Teeth on the bezel engage with the teeth on that stamped piece of metal there. And then this just spins around freely. There's no friction. Well, there is friction, but not like a dive watch. We'll screw that back in. Not too tight. Don't want to bend the piece of metal. Just to look at it from the back side. Didn't really pay attention to this little ledge here. Must be on the other one as well. Yep. PVD case is kind of cool. Just not really my style. I'm always afraid of them wearing off too, the PVD coating. But if you like the way it looks when it wears and patinas, then you can check out a PVD case watch. So this one is a full lume dial. The hands and indices are lumed. There's a black lume there. I don't get the point of that, but that's what's on there. And then this one here, the hands and the indices are lumed. They both have C1 Superluminova. Let me put both of these on wrist and we'll close it out with a lume shot. They are both 100 meter water resistant, screw down crown. You can actually track 3 time zones with both of these. You can track a time zone through the main handset, the GMT handset, which you can adjust independently, and then the bezel you can rotate to a 3rd time zone on both of these. It's a bit easier. Actually, it's a lot easier to see the bezel time on this one versus the PVD case. If you get it in the light just right. So let's take a close-up look at both of these real quick. Both say Swiss made down there at the 6 o'clock. That's not actually 12 o'clock. It's 12 o'clock for the GMT hand, but not for the main hour hand. The handset does go around the dial twice a day for both of these. I have another one that is the Purist edition, in that you lose the GMT hand because the hour hand takes the place of the GMT hand, and then that means that it travels around the dial once per day. So I think that's pretty neat. Okay, let's get these on wrist. I'll start with this gigantic one first. They actually make them even bigger than this. So I'm down to the very tightest hole position with this one. There we go. I have a 6.5 inch wrist with a 52 millimeter wristband, and this guy overhangs that by 1 millimeter per side at 54.5. Let me get this one out of the way. Zoom out, get you a little bit different perspective. This is a gigantic watch. Bring out my turtle again here. Case diameter wouldn't be too bad if not for these lugs that stick way out there. Okay, let's get the other one on wrist. There we go. So this one's a little better of a size for my wrist. This is 41.5 millimeter case diameter, and lug to lug on this is again 52.5, which is actually a bit too big for my wrist. The lug to lug is really more of a critical dimension for wrist size than the case diameter. So it's always important to know the lug to lug size. A lot of websites really don't show that. They just show you the diameter and maybe the thickness and your lug width. All right, we'll set these side by side and check out the Lume. All right, so here we go. Get the GL0069 on the left, and on the right, the GL0055. So on the watch on the left, you can see the Lume on the hands, the black Lume. So I guess the indices don't actually have Lume. They're just painted black. And on the right, we have the Lume on all the hands and the indices. Of course, the full Lume dial just blows it away. So let this run for a little bit longer. If you have not already subscribed, please go ahead and do so. Like the video if you liked it, and leave a comment below. Thanks again for watching, and catch you on the next video.